3, 2, 1, roll. 1, 2, 3, roll one more time. Yes! Yes, you're swimming! You're swimming! You're a swimmer.
This was an amazing experience. I would recommend anybody that want to learn how to swim to contact Jonny. And once you finish your learning process, you're gonna feel like me, being able to go to the water without being scared at all.
You did it. You did it. You did it. No help. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. This was an amazing experience, and I would recommend that to anybody. So again, please come call Jonny, email Jonny, so he can put you up. Thank you.
Hey guys, Johnny Rocket here with a brand new series of 4 days. We're going to teach Douglas and Afia how to swim in 4 days, 2 hours each day. I've been finding lately that semi-private lessons have been helping people progress maybe even faster. So if you have a friend or you have a spouse that you want to come and learn with from me in Austin, Texas, email me right here. And then we can schedule that time and coordinate the flights and the hotel and make sure that you're situated and you get your 4 days from me in person. So this is October 2024. Someone asked if I'm still doing these things. Yes, this is very present. Now, if you're watching this in 2025, hopefully I'm still saying this, that we're still doing it. I'm also a little bit behind in communication because there's a lot of it now coming in lately. So if I don't get to you right away, don't email me twice the next day. Just wait and be patient. I'll get back to you very soon. With that said, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free. And we want to also thank our members for being members of our channel. Your contribution each month allows us to keep producing these videos. Like, I have to pay for a cameraman, I have to pay for someone to edit the videos, we have to pay for the editing software. All that costs money, and your contribution helps us keep the process running smoothly. So I appreciate you guys very much. Buy the merch. And now let's hear from Douglas and Afia and listen to their story, and then we will dive right into it.
Hey, hi y'all. Here I am. My name is Douglas, and I am here today with my wife. I was just going on YouTube, and I saw this video of Jonny providing a personal lesson for swimming classes. And I have been waiting for this opportunity for so long because, as you know, if you have a family and you travel a lot with your kids and with your wife, of course, you look for an opportunity everywhere you go, in the hotel and wherever you stay, to spend some time in the water. So, because kids love water. But also for us as an adult, we've never had an opportunity to learn how to swim, to be coached by someone. So when I saw this opportunity on YouTube, I was like, this is the perfect one that I would like to take. So I spoke with my wife about it. But before even I speak with my wife, I contacted Jonny and I sent an email, and it was quick to answer. And we had a phone call. So he offered me days. And guess what? One of the sequence of the day just fall into the time that we had our wedding anniversary schedule. So we were planning to travel, and we say, whatever city you're going to be, we'll be there. So we can seize that opportunity. So here we are in Austin, Texas, the first time. But here, the most important thing is we're going to start now learning for a session of 4 days how to swim. And I know I could read the confidence on Jonny's statement when we spoke from the first time, that I am going to provide you a lesson that will make you ready to swim, whatever you are. And I'm so happy that I love when I can learn from someone who has such a confidence. And I watch other people doing it. So the first video I watched on YouTube was also amazing. So I'm from Maine, and here I am at Austin, Texas, just to learn. So we book an hotel, we're going to stay here, and we'll seize this opportunity to learn for 4 days. So you're going to be following how our learning process will be. And at the end of the 4 days, I want to get out of here being a swimmer. Yes, Jonny, we can do this. So thank you again for this opportunity, Jonny, that you've been giving to people. And believe me, we're going to be your pioneer to spread the word so other people can join us and learn how to swim and be effective on it. And again, thank you. Please, after this video, we would like you to also contact Jonny to schedule based on your availability and the place you can be, because I was amazed to see that Hebrew offers multiple locations for training. So that's an opportunity that you can't get anywhere else. So I do appreciate that so much. So thank you, Jonny. Let's start.
Alrighty guys, so the first thing I always want to tell my students is that they will be able to swim by day 4, no problem. Now, the reason being is because everybody can swim. What separates a person from being a non-swimmer and a swimmer is whether or not you can get your own breath. If you can travel in water, get your own breath, and keep traveling, you're a swimmer. If you can't do that, you're not a swimmer because eventually you might drown. So that's our goal, but we're gonna be able to blow past that goal quite easily, I promise. Now, the first thing that we're gonna go over is how to stay buoyant in water, because what I wanna do is redevelop their relationship with water. Oftentimes as a beginner, you get into water and you feel uncomfortable because it's not a natural environment for humans, but it is if you do the right things. We actually are built to survive on land and in water. So if you do the right things, you'll be okay and you'll actually fall in love with water. Water will become a very peaceful place for you. There's a reason why water therapy exists, for physical therapy and for emotional therapy. So the first thing we do as humans is we need to stay low in water. We always want to stay to where our shoulders are in water. So I'm asking you both now to lower yourselves into the water until your shoulders are there. If it takes some time to get used to the temperature, that's okay. Whenever you get in water, at first it feels cold, but then it gets a lot warmer as you get used to it. Now, as you get lower, what you're going to find is that your feet got lighter. So now you can kind of pull your feet off the bottom of the pool quite easily because your body just became 1/12 of its weight. There's very little gravity in water. So if you sink yourself all the way down to here, now you can pull your feet off the bottom and it'll take a lot longer for you to sink. When you're up here, if you pulled your feet off the bottom, you'd sink faster, okay? But when I pull my feet off the bottom here, which I'm doing right now I'm on the bottom again, took me a lot longer, okay? So staying low in water keeps you light, keeps you buoyant, okay? Now, the three things that keep you above or at the surface of water, the buoyancy, the three things to buoyancy. The first is air in your lungs. So when you're in water, keep your tank, your air, full. Take a deep breath. And now pull your feet up off the bottom. It'll be easy. Yeah, pull your feet up off the bottom. It'll be easy. Keep your breath full of air. All of a sudden, you got like almost weightless because your air is keeping up. Air has to escape water because water is a vacuum. It's like space. It's like being in space. You're floating now, like you're in space. But air can't live in water. So when I make bubbles, those bubbles rise back up to the surface and escape. The air escapes. Watch. The bubbles came back up, air escapes. So when you pull air into your lungs, that keeps you up. It keeps you up all day. Okay, now that's the first thing. The second thing that keeps you up in water is surface area. Now don't follow along with me on this one because I want to get behind you and help you with this one. But surface area also keeps you up in the water. So when you spread out, okay, as opposed to standing straight up and down. If I was in deep water and I stood straight up and down, I'd sink. The air in my lungs would bring me back up. But I wouldn't be able to stay there for very long, very easily. If I get on my back or on my belly and I spread out, all of a sudden it gets a lot easier. So surface area also keeps you up in the water. All right, now I'm gonna try it with each of you. Who wants to go first? All right, Douglas, you're first. Turn around.
Yeah.
Now lower yourself in the water and lay your head back. I'm gonna hold it like a football and you're gonna let your feet just come up off the bottom by taking a deep breath. Yeah. And they'll stay kind of sunk. Lay your chin back more. You don't have to worry about your legs. They'll sink. Let them sink. Just take a deep breath. Good. And now sit up. Excellent. Good. At first, you really wanted to keep your legs up. Yeah. That doesn't matter because your legs don't need oxygen. Your legs can sink. Your mouth needs oxygen. Your face is the one that needs oxygen. So keep your face up, chin up, and your chest will rise. My legs will sink all day. They're not going to come up until I start kicking them, and we're not there yet. That's part 3 to buoyancy, speed. Okay, when I slow down, I sink a little bit. Now the water's up to my glasses. Thank you to all the fun comments out there about these glasses. But when I have speed, I stay up. When I don't, I sink. Okay, so the 3 things keep you up in the water: air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. Momentum. Just like a boat. When a boat picks up speed, what happens to the front end of the boat? It rises because it's going fast. Okay. All right. Turn around. Yes. Lower yourself in the water. Chin back. Deep breath in, and the legs will come up automatically. No. You know what? Stand up again. Stand up again. Sit down. Sit down. Good. When you are going onto your back, I want to tell everybody this because it's something I discovered more recently. When you're going onto your back, rather than bringing your legs up, what I want you to do is let your legs stay on the bottom, take a deep breath in, and what I found is the legs come up off the bottom just enough. They don't need to come up more than that. Make sense? Okay. So lower yourself again, and this time, rather than bringing your legs up, just take that deep breath in. I promise the legs will come up. Good. Nice. Yeah. Now start kicking your feet. Good. Good. So now we're moving. These are the 3 things that keep you up. All right. I'm just introducing them to you right now. We will perfect them soon. Okay. And then over the 4 days, you'll get so good at doing them after reviewing them that you'll want to do them on your own. Good. Yeah. Okay. So turn around. Good. Lower yourself in the water. Head back.
Lower.
Deep breath. And the legs will come up naturally. Now start kicking them. Fast feet. Yeah. Kicking the water. Good. It's okay if you don't think you're kicking right yet. Just stand up. It's okay if you don't think you're kicking right yet because that's a part of the lesson. I'm going to teach you how to kick. Right now I'm teaching you how to be buoyant. Okay? So proper kick would help, right? But it's not completely necessary. We need to follow the steps in order. Step 1 is just training them, redeveloping the relationship with water. Now I'm actually going to teach them how to breathe when they're in the water. Because how to breathe gives you more confidence. If you're afraid of water getting in your breath and disrupting it, you have no confidence. It's going to be harder to learn new things. So, how you breathe in water is always with your mouth, never again with your nose. Breathe with your mouth once you enter water. That's it. From there on out, just standing here, become a mouth breather. Because your mouth is a wider cavity and you have more control over it. I can spit water out of my mouth easily because I have coordination with my tongue and my lips. I can't spit water out with my nose. So if you are out there and you're getting water up your nose, stop breathing in with your nose. And if you still get water up your nose, then I'm going to teach you how to cycle breathe. And I think everybody should learn how to cycle breathe, even though eventually you move out of the cycle breath and more into just breathing in and out with your mouth. But a cycle breath is in with the mouth, out with the nose. It's the opposite of yoga and the opposite of most activities. So you would take a deep breath in with your mouth, close it, and then now release it through your nose. Deep breath in with the mouth, lock it, and release it with your nose, okay? The next step, once they get comfortable doing that, just being in water, is now I'm gonna have them do it underwater. But not yet. I want them to keep practicing while they watch me demonstrate what's next. The next thing is you take a deep breath with your mouth, lower your face in the water till your nose goes in, and blow the air out with your nose. Release the air out. You're going to do the same exact breath, but now it's underwater as you exhale instead of up here as you exhale. Okay? Now, before you go, let me teach you the oompa. Oompa, like Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, is how you keep yourself calm and how you release air slower because you're gonna hum. It goes like this. Pa. Pa. Now I'm gonna speed it up for the viewers while they start doing the oompas above water. Don't go under you. Pa. 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 What's happening is, I'll take it step by step. The hum is releasing air slower. You could hum for approximately 10 to 20 seconds. But when I had you before taking a deep breath in and then just releasing it, how long did that take? 2 seconds? Yeah, not enough. You released your air too quickly. We don't want to release our air underwater all at once. That's never a good idea to go, now I'm out of air, okay? We want to release air slowly in water, never fast. So instead, we're gonna hum because you can hum and release air slower. So long as air is coming out of your nose, it is impossible for water to go up your nose. Your body's a vacuum too. Your lungs are a vacuum too. They don't want water in. So all you have to do, just the lightest, tiniest hum, and air's coming out, impossible for water to go up. so that keeps you calmer. The hum also creates vibrations in water that keep your body calmer. It creates a certain frequency that keeps your body calm, okay, because of the sound waves, right? And thirdly, when you come up and you go, pa, all that's doing is clearing the water away from your face, okay? Good, come up right away. You don't have to go under for very long until you get more used to it. Yeah, all you have to do, just give me a couple bubbles, that's all. We're getting your brain used to using the right instincts and not the wrong instincts. Hum it out. Hum underwater. Yeah, hum. Good, very good. That's a lot better, yeah. It feels weird at first. In fact, it tickles a little bit, right? Once you start realizing that the water's not gonna hurt you, then you gain more confidence. So let it tickle you. Hilarious, fun. Let me see yours, Douglas. Good, deep breath in with your mouth. Do it again. Good. All right, I want you to practice as many as you can in a row,
Right.
with one inhale as you come up as I continue working with her. Okay. Ready? Deep breath in with your mouth. The air out of your nose. Does water ever go up your nose? No? Okay, then don't blow out of your nose. Just do it with your mouth. Yeah, you don't have to blow out anymore. Good. Good.
Wow.
Part 1 was teaching them how to remain buoyant in the water. Part 2, step 2, was teaching them how to breathe. Now step 3 is I'm going to teach them how to stand up in water. Because when you leave your feet, because we're about to have to do more floating and more kicking and things like that, but when you leave your feet, it's very important that you know how to get back to your feet. Otherwise, you get very nervous and very scared about how to get up and how to leave that position that you were in. So let me teach them how to stand up in water now, okay? I also call these dismounts. Dismount is just one word for stand up, but they're both 2 syllables. I don't know why I say dismount so much, but I call it a dismount, like you're getting off a horse, because you're getting off this activity to stand up. So it's kind of like a dismount. But we're going to start from the back. The back one is actually the harder one. So I like to start with that one because I also start people on their back for floating. And when you stand up from being on your back, the first thing you want to do is sink your hips. By the end of it, you're going to do all 3 steps at once. But step 1 of standing up from your back is to sink your hips, as if you're sitting down on a couch or in a chair. Okay, already now, I sunk my hips. My feet are already on the ground, but I'm still not balanced. If I were to try to stand up, I'd flip off the bottom and go back into a float. So I'm not there yet. Step 1, sink your hips. Step 2, pull your head forward as if you're sitting up in bed. Okay, so you're gonna go like this. Now, in order to do that, step 3, and like I said, all 3 steps have to happen at once, which we'll take it step by step and then start making you put it all together. But step 3 is the arm twirl. You got to use your arms to help create momentum to pull your hips backwards and pull your head forwards. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when you pull your hands forward, your hips come backwards. Okay? Your action is that you're pulling your hands forward. Your reaction is that your hips go backwards. When you get to this point where you sink your hips, you're not done. You need to arm twirl to get your hips backwards and your head forwards so that you're balanced. If you try to stand up from here, you're not balanced, you're gonna slip. If you stand up from here, you're balanced. You can stand right up. So you gotta use your arms to twirl. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do before you even get to your back is start twirling your arms, pulling water through your hips, right by your hips, away from you, okay? And you'll find that the stronger you pull, the harder water gets. That's because water does get harder the stronger you pull. There's more resistance. Higher speeds have more resistance. If you were falling off a boat at full speed, the water would almost feel like cement. It hurts. Hurts a lot. Yes. Because you're going so fast. So, just like this, if you pull softly, the water feels soft. But if you pull hard, the water feels hard. The water gets heavy all of a sudden. Hard. Yep. You want to create power. Okay. Douglas, why don't you go first? So I'm going to get you onto your back, and then I'll take you step by step. Now, right here is normally when I have to actually do a disclaimer with both of you. In the world of swimming and teaching any sport, most coaches are going towards two forms of the three learning types, visual and auditory learning. So I could teach you by just telling you, and I could teach you by showing you, and that would be about it. Or there's kinesthetic learning, which is where I have my hands on you and I'm touching your hips and I'm grabbing your legs and I'm moving you. It might be a little intrusive. I might be grabbing your head. If it gets uncomfortable, let me know.
Not for us at all.
Okay, good. But I figured, because I have found that kinesthetic learning is the way. It's the best way.
I do agree with you.
Okay,
Can
good.
I teach yourself so I can relate to what you say?
Perfect. All right, sounds good. So lower yourself in the water. Lay your head back. Deep breath in. Your legs will come up, and that's all we want, because now we're going to actually sit down in the water. Sit your hips down in the water. Good. Now use your arms to twirl your hips backwards and lean your head. Yeah, like that. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Already you wanted to use the wrong instincts. And
Yes,
you twirled your arms, and it was like, oh,
Push you.
now that's the right instinct. See how we're getting rid of the wrong instincts that get you into trouble?
That's true.
And we're teaching you new instincts. Good. Your turn. Turn around. Okay. Lower yourself in the water. Good. Chin back. Watch out, Douglas. Hold on. Deep breath in. Good. Now, sit down in the water. Sit your hips down. Now, twirl your arms through your hips to pull them backwards. Yeah, pull your hips backwards. Pull them backwards. Pull them backwards. You want to pull them backwards so that you lean forwards. Does that make sense? Yeah, all of a sudden, once the balance shifted, you almost couldn't stop it. Right? That's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to shift the balance. Okay? So we got to get the hips back, because if the hips don't go back, the balance is still there. We got to get the hips behind us, so the balance is hips back here, head in front, and we can stand up from there. All right, sit down. Now arm twirl. Good. 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 The more you do it, the less support I'll start to give you,
yeah.
so that you're starting to develop the right muscles. But usually on the first attempt, for you instructors out there, for the first couple attempts, you should very much help them up, because they don't know which muscles to target yet to use to help them up. So help them up. And then as they get better at it, you'll notice my hands kind of stay here, and he has to start coming out of my hands instead of my hands helping him up, okay? All right, around. Chin up. Deep breath. Good, arms under. Good, sit down in the water with your hips. Sit down, your foot. Good, and then twirl your arms. Back. Sit down in the water, yeah, there you go. Now twirl your arms to bring your hips backwards and your head up. Yep, pull through the water, pull through. Yeah, do it a couple times. You can do it a few times. You can do it as many times as you need. Right, and keep pulling, keep pulling. Pull your hips backwards.
You want to go.
Pull your hips backwards. Yep, pull them backwards and lean your head forwards. Lean your head forwards. There you go. It's hard. It's hard. It's not natural. I know. That's why you have to learn it, because it's not natural. It's two different sitting motions. You're sitting down and you're sitting up. You're sitting down in your chair, but you're sitting up in your bed. Okay? You're sitting down in your chair, and you're sitting up in bed. Right? So let's go one more time. Turn around, and I'll teach you how to do it from the down. Lower yourself. Chin goes back. Very good. Deep breath in. Now lower your hips.
Pose le pied en bas.
Good.
Maintenant, fais comme
Sit
tu
up.
peux revenir comme ça. Alors, maintenant, tu pousses là avec le.
And keep twirling your arms to move your hips. Keep twirling your arms to shift your balance. Yeah, that shifts your balance.
You have already.
Hey, think about it like this. You can stand up and just push your hips forward, and then put your arms backwards, and then switch. Pull your hips forward, stand up. Yeah, like that. Or stand up, pull your hips forward, and then do it. Yeah, you're shifting your balance. So, okay, you get it? So, arms back here, hips forward. Now, switch. Switch. Pull the arms forward. Yeah! Do that a few times. Do that a few times. Do it again. Arms back. Arms back. Hips forward. Now switch. That's how you sit up. That's how you sit up in bed. Okay? Good. Let's see you do it on your own. Go ahead. Turn around. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath. Legs will come up. Let the legs come up. Good. Now sit down and sit up. Yeah, good. Excellent. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath. Yep, you're good. The reason that felt awkward is because you're going into your back float too high. If you can, if you can, widen your legs so you can get lower in the water, and then we'll go in slower. The lower and slower you are, the smoother it is. Good. Deep breath in. All right. Sink the hips. Sit up in bed. Arm twirl. Yep. Switch. Good. And now you should feel balanced. Yeah. Good. All right. The next step will be to teach you guys how to float off on your belly and how to dismount on your belly. Don't worry. We're going to come back to the back one. Plenty. Okay. It's going to be the one you do the most this weekend because it's the harder one and it's the most important one. There are 3 total of these. That's the first one. Okay? The second dismount is how to get up from when you're floating on your belly or swimming on your belly or kicking on your belly, whatever we might be doing this weekend. How do you then stop and stand up? That's what I'm going to teach you next. All right? So to get up from being on your belly, you're going to have your arms out in front of you and you're going to pull your knees to your chest by pulling through the water. Okay? Knees to chest by pulling through your hips, the opposite direction that we were pulling before. Before we were pulling it this way. Now we're pulling it that way. Okay? I'll show you. Once I pull through, my knees will be underneath me, trying to get them to my chest. My feet will be flat. All I have to do is plant them on the ground and stand up. This is an easier one. This one's much easier. All right, so you'll float on your belly, arms out in front. And for the first one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use me, and I'm gonna hold you, and it'll be much, much easier because they'll push down on me. Deep breath, face in the water. Yeah, nice, good. Do it again, this time with your face in the water to start. Okay. Deep breath and pull. Go ahead. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Good. This one's easier, trust me. You'll get this one. Okay. Deep breath. Hold it. Face in the water. And pull. Good. Yeah. Wow. She pulled so hard. Oh, nice. You pulled so hard, you pulled right through. He's trying to see if it works. It works, doesn't it? You've been wondering all your life, how do I stand up? Now you know. Good. Good. Oh, you're going to pull through again. Nice. Stand up, stand up. Good. We need to probably get you more comfortable with your face in the water. You're not so sure about that, are you? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. So the first thing I want you to do, lower yourself until your chin is in the water. Just your chin. So you can still breathe. Now I want you to talk to me. Tell me how your day's going.
It's going good.
Good.
We have been visiting around.
Good. So by you being able to talk with the water right there on your face, that's helping break that nervousness that you're bringing, that fight or flight that you're experiencing. Okay? Water's not going to hurt you here.
Okay.
Now, close your lips. Lips in the water. Now breathe with your nose. Weird, huh? You're now breathing in the water. Good. Are you breathing? Yeah, good. Okay, come on up. Good. Strange, right? Stay low. Strange, right? Because now you feel as if one instinct is telling you to stop breathing, but then you're forcing yourself to breathe. The point is, if you even have your nose out of the water, you could breathe. Now, I normally tell all my students, don't breathe with your nose when you get in the water, but This is a special case because she has a little bit of a fear of the water going above her head. So I've got to get her over that. That's okay. Okay, come on up. Good. Not all the way up, just up to here. Up to here. Yeah, you got to be comfortable lower in the water. Right. Now, the next step, take a deep breath with your mouth and then make a bubble in your mouth like this. Yeah, puff your cheeks out. Yes, like that. Now lips in the water. Yeah, come on up. Doesn't that feel much better somehow? Yeah, go low again. Now, bubble in mouth, nose in the water. Good. Way better, isn't it? Yeah. See, the bubble in your mouth, what it does is it pushes against your nose, so then water doesn't get in your nose as easy, right? And it also creates pressure against the roof of your mouth that helps water not go down your nose. So now water doesn't go up your nose as easy, and it doesn't go down your nose. Does that make sense? That's why the bubble in your mouth, I really like for people who are having a hard time getting their whole head underwater. Make a bubble with your mouth. Those problems will start to go away. Okay, let's do it again. And then lower as deep as you want. Good. Yep. You feel a lot better now, don't you? Good. You're also not pressing down on me anymore. So you've all of a sudden become one with the water. You've finally redeveloped that relationship with water. Good job. I bet you could even lift one foot off the bottom super easily, or both feet. Yeah. See how easy that is now? It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Good job. Come on now. Good job. You just went weightless. When you can go weightless in the water, you become lighter than a feather. All of a sudden now you're going to back float. And it's almost like I won't have to hold you up. So let's try it on the belly float again. So you'll hold me, but this time when you put your face in the water, bubble in mouth. And then pull through and stand up, okay? With your bubble in your mouth.
Yeah, do that again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah! Look at that. In literally two steps, we just got that whole thing taken care of. So for those of you out there who might have a fear of water going over your head, please email me. Come see me because I will help you in less than 2 minutes. That took less than 2 minutes. That was amazing. Do it again. Yep, full float. Good. Wow, you're not putting any pressure on my arms anymore. That's amazing. So now I'm going to teach them how to kick. Okay, a lot of people come out here and they're not sure if they're kicking properly. So even if they are kicking properly and I don't have to teach them anything new, well, at least I'll give them the confidence that they're doing it right. Okay, and if they're not doing it right, I'm here to fix that and show them how to do it correctly. For those of you out there who aren't here with me, the proper kick is a loose floppy foot. Okay, I don't have any control on my foot. I pretend as though my feet are crippled. They don't work. Okay, they're just floppy now. They're just floppy fins. All right, and I kick with my hip flexor and my knee to kick up. So I start it from my hip, and then I pull my knee up. And I let the 1 foot flip off. I find that if you practice this with 1 foot, if you're able to balance, hold on to a wall with 1 foot, practice this with 1 foot, you'll find it might be easier to create that whip.
Benny.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, do it again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like a ballerina. Yep. You don't have to point if it cramps up your foot. If it cramps up your foot, don't point, but definitely don't flex. This is a bad kick. This will actually make you go backwards. Watch, it's fascinating. You kick with straight legs and your feet flex, you go backwards. It's the weirdest thing.
Well,
You have to keep your feet floppy to kick forwards. Okay? No,
wow.
All right, let me see your kick. Good. Now, if you, there you go. You want to be able to create like a boil effect.
Right.
Want it to look like the water's boiling. Okay? Now, leave it up here and do a few from up here. Do a few. Good. Over and over, over and over. Faster, faster, faster. Good. Now do it with the other foot. You do that too. So now raise your foot up, but don't let it sink back down and do multiples. Okay? Yeah, it's hard. You might have to hold your leg up. It's okay. It's hard. All right, and relax. Good. The next test is we're going to put them on the stairs and have them kick both legs at the same time as a kickboard floats away from them, just to make sure that they're kicking water backwards and not just up and down, okay? So when you kick both legs at the same time now, you're going to kick them as fast as you can, like the water's boiling, okay? Go ahead. The harder you kick, the faster this kickboard floats away. Good. Good. Excellent. Okay. Same. Yeah, you felt yourself getting slammed back into there, right? That means your kick is good. 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 So they know how to kick properly now. So we're going to get them back onto their backs, back onto their bellies, going over the floating and the standing up. So they're going to be reviewing already how to stand up in the water, how to float, as they now add in kicks. So it'll look like this. We'll start from the back. We'll do it on the back first. You'll go chin up, deep breath, and then you'll start kicking like you just did. And you'll be way better this time. And then you'll practice standing up, and I'll help you. Lower yourself in the water, chin back, deep breath in. Now start kicking. Yeah. Now you can breathe when you're on your back. Breathe. It keeps you calm. Breathe with your mouth. Good. Good. And stand up. Excellent dismount. Excellent dismount. You're swimming. Lower yourself. Chin back. Deep breath in. Good. Arms underwater. And kick. Yeah. Good. You can kick underwater. It's actually better to kick underwater when you're on your back. Wow, you're moving nicely. You just got light as a feather. It's time to stand up. So sit down. Now sit up and use your arms. Good. You're okay. You're okay. If I thought this was too deep for you, I wouldn't have brought you here. Don't worry. Okay. Good job. Good job. So she's swimming now too. Both of them. They're both now swimming 10 yards. This is awesome. Even though I had my hands on their head, I will tell you that both of them were weightless. That means I wasn't really helping. I wasn't holding them up. I just had my hands there for confidence, so they had more confidence. Good. Yeah, to keep your belly up more, use your arms too. Yeah. Yeah, look how easy that is. Good. Now, let's go a little farther this time. Okay. Let's go farther, come on. Good. Sometimes I'll push you kind of hard. Now dismount. Yeah. Sometimes I'll push the student a little bit farther, but I'm not going to make him go into deep water until I would tell him first. I would never force him into deep water. I would always tell him first. The 3 rules to adult lessons. Don't get frustrated.
Yes.
Be patient. Practice. Practice. Don't get frustrated. Be patient. Practice. Lower yourself. Chin back. And just fall in with a deep breath. Fall in. I'll catch you. Fall in. Deep breath. You did it. See? You did it. Good. Now start kicking. Good. Fast feet. And now start using your hands too. Good. You're all on your own, really. Look at that. All right. Dismount. Sit up. Sit down, I mean. And sit up. Good job. Yeah, the dismounts will get better. I'll keep giving you support. The dismounts will get better as your muscles keep developing, the right ones. Good job. So next up, before the break, last part before the break is we're going to do this on our belly. Okay, so you're going to have your face in the water, bubble in mouth, and start kicking with your arms in front. And then dismount.
Okay.
Stand up in front of you.
I'm coming.
Okay. Don't pull yet. It's okay that he's pulling, but don't pull yet. Good. You almost went backwards with those hands. Make sure you go forwards with those hands. Nice. Now, I'm okay with him pulling right now, but if you're a beginner out there, don't pull right away. Just kick with your arms out in front.
I could.
Because that'll be ready for the dismount. Your arms went backwards because They weren't here. I love how you know. You're like, oh, I get it. Arms in front. Yep, I'll actually give you more support than that. There you go. Bubble in mouth. Face in the water. You ready? Good. Kick, kick, kick. Now dismount. Good. That's all you need to do at first. That's all you need to do first. Good. Good. Get any water away or out of your mouth or your nose, and then yeah, we'll do it again. Let's see yours. Kick, kick, kick. Good. And dismount. Nice. Okay, I know you're wondering, so let me tell you right now, the reason that you sink so much at the beginning is because you're jumping up. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If you lower yourself and then just lean forward and start kicking, you won't sink. Yeah. That's all right. Good. That's all right. It's not a big one until you start doing it from your back like this.
Oh, that's when you go.
That's when it becomes a problem.
Yes.
Okay, because nobody wants to be on their back underwater with their face out getting water straight up their nose. All right, here we go. Deep breath. Moving forward, start kicking. Good. And dismount when you're ready. Go ahead.
I think.
Good. She said, oh, I'll kick longer. I'll kick longer. Good job. Correct. My arms. Okay, you want to try pulling on your own? What you'll do is you'll pull off my arms.
Oh, okay.
Pull off my arms, okay? Yeah. Good, you're ready. Good. Go ahead. Good job, good job, good job. You know what happened is you brought one leg forward instead of two. Bring both legs forward, okay?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Do it again. But you did a nice job of sliding right off. Good job. Okay, whenever you're ready. Yeah, nice. There you go. Good job. Good. Looking really smooth. Nice. All right, it's break time, okay? Let's take a break.
All right.
We're going to take a small break. For those of you out there who think that we doctor these videos in any way, not at all. These are real-time lessons. So the reason that they're not 8 hours of lessons is because we take breaks. Sometimes we get in after a few minutes of chit-chatting about what's going to happen. Sometimes we need to end a few minutes early. But whatever, they're not going to be exactly 8 hours because there's not exactly 8 hours of footage. Plus then, when we get in, we try to take out any unnecessary mistakes that I make while I'm trying to speak to the camera, which there's more than you think, as well as cutting out any sort of dead space or things that aren't necessary, that aren't showing you anything. So we keep it all as authentic and as raw as we can, as minimal edits as possible, but we do try to make it an enjoyable viewing experience for you. So remember to splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to all our members who make this possible.